Good day, folks. It's Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. We're moving the cows off of Jan's farm, which is the last time it'll be grazed until sometime in May. And we're bringing them back to the Judy farm. And we're about an hour and a half late this morning getting them here, so they're pretty anxious. They're running. Normally they're kind of at a walk, but they knew they were a pretty good treat up here waiting on them. We've got a really unique deal going here. I'm going to show you here in a minute. Cows are kind of up there right now sniffing on it, freaking out a little bit. Like, what is that? So we're going to have a lot for the people or the neighbors to talk about when they see what we're doing now. It's going to be fun. So we've got a new development we're trying, and I'm going to show you that this morning as soon as I get all the cows in. I'm the road blocker this morning, and I don't want to leave this ribbon. I just had a guy come by right when we started, and it worked out perfect. He's able to go right on through before the cattle got on the road, and yeah, it worked perfect. And it's actually 10 after 9, so you know everybody is mostly at work now, and we don't have to worry about somebody coming by too much. Well, there's a nice steer. It's gonna make a good eating experience. Oh, we've got a couple new additions to the mob. Had a fellow call me. He'd bought one of our bulls here a couple years ago. Actually, it's been maybe 3 years ago now. And he had some South Pole cross calves. He bred one of them to a Charolais cow and came up with this mouse-colored heifer. And then there's three red ones and this white one. Anyway, I like the looks of them, and so thank you, Ken. I bought them, and this is a pretty darn good looking little heifer right here. So we got a white one in the herd now. Add a little diversity, right? She's a pretty good looking little heifer. I kind of like her. I think she's gonna make a decent cow. There's the other one. It's got some white on it. Her mother probably had some Charolais in her or something. But she's 50% South Pole. Pretty good little heifer. Oh, there's the red one. Look at this one. She's a beaut. Man, she just looks like pure South Pole. Just beautiful animal. Wow. 68, you're a beauty queen. Certainly are. Got Grandma. There's Grandma coming in. She's at a walk. There's Murray Gray with her daughter. Isn't that funny how one comes through, they'll have their last year's calf with them? Look at that. We used to have a cow, we named her Panda because she looked like a panda. And whenever we make a cattle drive, you could tell the 3 generations of, there was what we call giant panda, which is like a 3-year-old calf of hers, and there was medium panda, then there was baby panda, the one that she had that year. And all 3 of them would be with mama panda, making that cattle drive. And I just thought that was pretty unique. There's a lot of mother family relations going on in this herd that you're not aware of. But it was very apparent with that cow that looked like a panda. Anyway, she stayed in the herd for, I don't know, 10 years. And she finally fell out, but she was a good cow. She gave us a lot of good calves, and happy to have Big Mama Panda for all those years. Anyway, cows aren't real sure what to make of this, but everybody sees this feeder now, they're like, there's a grain feeder right here. See this? People are going to see that from the road and go, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. Greg's feeding grain to them cows. That's how he keeps them in shape like that. He's feeding them grain. Well, you're right. It is a grain feeder, but there's not any grain in it. And it's going to take a little while for the cows to figure out what this is. That is a 50-pound bag of sea minerals mixed with apple cider vinegar. And it's the apple cider vinegar that has the whole apple ground up. And it's got the good stuff in it. I'm telling you, I'm standing here smelling it, and man, boy, does it smell good. Anyway, this apple cider vinegar is to get consumption. They like it. Once they get onto it, they'll just really work on it. And so we're trying to really get a bunch of minerals into our cattle. And because we moved off of a tire tank today, and we're on that pond down there, we don't have any way to get the sea salt into the water like we were doing with the water tank up there. So I'm like, we've got a good start on it. Let's do this. And so this is gonna keep the salt going into them. And each day we come up here, if they've drank all the vinegar and there's still some salt left in there, that is a 50-pound bag of salt to 4 gallons of apple cider vinegar. And I bought a 250-gallon tote of the vinegar. A guy buys it by the semi-load, and I was able to get a tote from him. Comes all the way from Idaho, but it's the only place that grinds up the whole apple. It's really good stuff. Boy, it is strong smelling. I have to put that in a drink and drink it. It smells that good. Of course, I love the smell of vinegar, because I'm a pickle nut. But anyway, cows are out grazing. We unrolled 2 bales before we ever brought them in here this morning. And we've got some really nice stockpile that we skipped across. You see, we brought them on the Judy farm. We shot them through there. We only stopped once. And so we've got 134 acres on this side of the road. Then we've got another 90. There's another 90 acres on the north, or on the south of there, on another farm, what we call the home place. So we've really got some nice stockpile waiting on these cattle. And folks, you just got to slow them up a little bit. And this is slowing them up by giving them a little bit of hay. We're stretching the stockpile. I don't want to take these cows and start grazing on this green grass until it gets up to around 8 or 9 inches tall. And buying a little purchased hay in the summertime allows you to do that in the spring if you run short on stockpile like we did, because we didn't get any fall rain. We never got any rain in August or September, none. And so when the rains did come in November, it was too late to grow a large amount of winter stockpile. So we grew some, but we're just managing with what we have. So anyway, it's going to be cool to see what they do with this vinegar. We got hay unrolled right there next to it, so it'd just be a matter of time before they find that. And I'd like to see some of them lick it, see what their lips look like in their face, and they actually take a lick of that vinegar. But it's going to be an interesting experiment. We're going to try and get more energy, more of the sea mineral energy in them, and it's good for us, and it's good for the cows, and we're hoping to improve their health. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off of here, and everyone have a great day and a good weekend. And spring is right around the corner, folks. You can do it. We're going to make it there. Take care.